And with that, we are live. Hey guys, BJ Dollar here with my good buddy Jeff Carley. Jeff, how are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great, BJ.
Awesome, awesome. Guys, I'm pumped. Jeff's pumped. We're in a bit of a giggly mood because we've been laughing in our pre-webinar little hangout that we've been doing. But you're gonna about to laugh with us in a moment, and then you're gonna see why this is so important. But today, we're talking to you about how to build a successful business on the internet and how to be a pioneer of a new wave of marketing in your MLM or business opportunity. And for that example, we are using the business opportunity Jeunesse, the now not only the 2-minute skincare miracle, but their whole entire beauty line and their weight loss line. And just as normal, just as everything else, I'll raise my hand first and say I am not a Jeunesse distributor. Jeff, are you in or promoting Jeunesse at the moment?
No, I am not, BJ, not at all. Like you said, very, very interesting, dynamic, neat company. I think really they're setting. I mean, they're setting in a good place at a good time with kind of the aging of America and everybody wanting to kind of fight back the hands of time. They've got some interesting products and some interesting niches they can certainly dominate right now, if people can just find their product.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. It's funny that you said that. I just asked you if you were a distributor, and I said I wasn't a distributor. But if you were a distributor, I'd have actually been shocked because I tried to find how to be a distributor, and I really couldn't do it. It was a little bit gone. It was kind of ghostly. Um, that being said, that's because the example today is taking a business that's doing traditional other types of marketing, and they may be successful at it. They may be new school or old school marketing methods, and introducing a new concept where you see a fresh marketplace that you could go tackle, and then becoming a powerhouse in that marketplace and teaching others how to do that. Now, how we're talking about that and why it's funny what we just said is this. Jeunesse is crushing it. I see their company is building and building. They have amazing leaders like my buddy Cedric Harris running the vision of the company and running one of the largest teams in the company. So they're building on great terms and in great ways. But as you come to the internet, as you come to social media, as you come to even Google searching and YouTube searching, you find that Jeunesse information, boom, it's everywhere. You can find out anything you want to about the company's products. But when it comes to joining the company, becoming a distributor of the company, getting into the company, or even getting a product from the company to be shipped to you on the internet, it's hard. It's easy to find a sponsor's number or different things like that, but you can't really find where you can get into the distributor side. At least that was my experience. Jeff, did you have a similar experience when you went searching?
I had the exact same, BJ. We were kind of searching around together, trying to kind of come up with some answers to some of our typical questions, just so we've got a good idea of how these social media tools can be used and can be helpful for folks. And we were able to find a bunch of Sapphire theme songs and different things, but we really couldn't find what or how to become a distributor. And like you said, we've done a handful of these, and we both have got some history of working in the MLM industry and working in coaching and marketing and things. And it is just very surprising when you can't instantly find kind of a sign-up link. And like we both said, I think that leaves us an incredible opportunity, because if there aren't, boy, what if you're the first one there? Because obviously there are people looking. As we were looking around on some of our social media stuff and some of the tools, you're seeing there are people looking, but they're not finding what they're wanting. So, boy, oh boy, I'd want to get to the front of that line.
Exactly. That is so powerful, guys. If you're listening to this as a Jeunesse distributor, I have some actual training on the thought of how to generate leads and how to market to a very willing marketplace for you, as well as a kind of a slap in the face reminder, a wake up call of opportunity hitting you in the face. Not some you're not doing it right or anything like that. Opportunity is landing in front of you and going, look, the vision of Jeunesse is moving forward with an age of America where all of America and probably all of the world, since it's in 150 something countries, as we were looking through all the different places you could sign up with, um, it's moving to a age, like Jeff said, where they're all trying to add some years. They're all trying to add some beauty. They're all trying to take care of what's going on in their body. They're all trying to shape their body and make their body fit, healthy, and vibrant. And guys, that's the internet's philosophy. You can find people who are looking for and looking with that mindset all over the internet, and Jeunesse is a ghost town there. Its information is everywhere, but the most you're going to do is either find a theme song that keeps you bumping down the field thinking you're a sapphire, or you're going to find a phone number that you got to pick up and call, or you're going to find a company website that takes you to a sign-up form, but it asks you for a sign-up link, and without a relationship, without someone connecting with you and saying, here's my sign-up name, you're not going to be able to join the company as a distributor. So today we're going to talk about how to find customers of your product, but we're also going to talk about how to build out a funnel that's going to take your Jeunesse business and make you a pioneer of the internet and pay you big for it. Okay? Now, there's no doubt in my mind, and Jeff, you agree on this fact with me, I know, that there is huge potential for the skincare line, for the instantly ageless line, for the hair, and or for the weight loss, and for the facial care lines of Jeunesse if they could get to the right markets in social media, right?
Oh, without a doubt, BJ. And you know, as you were talking there, I was thinking about, you know, the whole, you know, we're going to share today the tools of Facebook and Twitter. And you know, when you stop and think about the tools of Facebook and Twitter and a cell phone camera with these type of products, you know, the before and after, and the whole conversation and the whole, you know, reaction that you can build just by showing the results that you got. And you know, for the folks who are in Jeunesse right now, you know, I've been Googling around images, and you know, there are some amazing before and after photos for all the products. And being able to put those in front of people who are looking for those results. And the great thing about the social media tools is everybody tells you what they're looking for. It's very, very easy to find them. Oh, I wish this, or how do I do that, or can anyone help me with? You know, those questions are asked tens of thousands of times a day on social media. And if a person can strategically figure out how to get their message in front of those people asking for that help, you've got great before and after photos. You've got great before and after message that you can show people, hey, this stuff works. Here's what it's doing. You know, for hundreds of people, for yourself, that would be by far the best message you could show. But, you know, I think this thing would be, I mean, this is so well fit for these tools, it's not even, I mean, not even funny. And then, couple in the fact it doesn't appear anybody else in Jeunesse is really doing this, you can be the front of the line to be in front of this huge market of people out there looking for what you've got available.
I completely agree, and it would not be hard for you, any of you out there, to set up a simple system, guys. This does not have to be a field breaker or game changer system, because it's going to be the first one. It's going to be the first one, and if it's set up properly, it will tend to be the best one because it's the original. But look how simple this could be. A capture page where you're offering some information about a process that you use to become instantly ageless, or that these 100 people have used to shaping up their body and lose the weight, like Jeff was saying, taking other people's real real results from the weight loss side of it, or your results from the instantly ageless, or someone's results from the instantly ageless, and then putting that capture page there, and then behind that, sending that. So once they give you the name and email address, they send you, or you send them to a sales presentation where you're talking about that process being applying the instantly ageless, or taking the weight loss products or the skincare line products and getting the results from that, and then offering them right there to join or to buy that product. Okay, and then okay, so I was breaking up for a second, but so you can offer them to buy that product by clicking the link below and getting started with it right there, and then you're on the internet for that product. You can do that with every single product in the Jeunesse line. You can do that with whatever the big hitting products are, or you can do that one with a beauty line and then one with the weight loss line, and then do what I call symphony marketing, where you tie them together. Because Jeunesse vision is just what Jeff said earlier, is for vibrant, healthy, and young-looking skin and body. Okay, so if I'm also taking care of my face, and you notice, or I feel like I have a little extra body weight, I'm probably the type of person that if I spend money on taking care of my face and on my skin, then I'm going to spend money on shaping up my body. And vice versa. If they're the type that's constantly shaping up their body or paying for weight loss shakes and creams and all sorts of that to get their marks in their skin beautiful, they're probably going to pay for it for their face, because they're looking for overall health, beauty, and vibrance. So you can offer that by just simply talking about, hey, I noticed you got our skincare line, check out our weight loss line, and talk about how they merge together, or talk about that concept of you want the perfect package for your body, and that comes with ageless skin and weight loss, so that you got the body that you want and it stays young forever. And if you talked about a concept and you had a follow-up series to where they sent out emails that sold the other products in the line of Jeunesse to the existing customers, no matter which side of your marketing system they started at, then you would start getting sale after sale after sale and repeat customers. And you could go in and you could crush Facebook like we're about to show you how to do. You could crush Twitter searches like Jeff's about to show you, countless Twitter searches of them that give you countless results. And you could crush Google. You could pretty much crush any Google search term, because I searched for how to be a distributor of Jeunesse and I couldn't find a distributor link. Like, you could come in and you could target that keyword, and if you guys need some help with how to be a great blogger, I would recommend my buddy Rob Ford, because he teaches about niches like that, how to find little keywords that are buying keywords and crush that. So you guys might want to connect with him, because he's the master of it. But guys, literally in this culture, this has been built. I can see that Jeunesse is a great company, but it's been built 100% offline is what it looks like. And it looks like with a very simple system just like that, you could come in and crush it. Jeff, do you believe that that system right there would come in and change the game for the Jeunesse internet world?
Oh, absolutely. But you know, like we talk about in every one of these videos, BJ, the key is going to be people have got to do it. They've got to have a business system to where every single day these activities are being done. And the key is, and right now, you know, with what appears to be not very many people approaching this area of marketing with Jeunesse, I would say if a person could get themselves out in front of this thing right away and get daily activity going on in this area, they could snatch up a huge amount of this market, not only for product sales, but also for eventually running people into the opportunity side of this business.
Exactly, exactly. And there's a lot that Jeunesse actually does for the opportunity side, besides their one downfall of not finding a sign-up link anywhere on the internet. What they've done to actually build their company is brilliant. They have a Get To and Yours is Free program where you can pick your package, and then if you sign up with their website and you send two people to the website and they purchase the same package, yours is free. I think that that's brilliant. Obviously, they're paying out nicely for their reps. You're making a decent commission off of every package. Now that you can, we actually found the packages, we see that they're doing well with their reps. It's just that, like we talked about, that fatal flaw of not having the marketing system and then not doing the consistent action of the lead generation for the internet. And we actually have a solution for both of those things for you, starting with the exact process that you should take. One keynote that I would offer, guys, or that I would throw out there is this. I would take advantage of that Get To and Yours is Free program, because, Jeff, if you had something that was making your body beautiful, that was making your body exactly what you wanted it to be, and someone went ahead and helped you get two people so yours is free, how many months would it take for you to cancel your auto ship?
Oh, never, never. You know, and that's, you know, that would be one of the things that I would, you know, as we've talked about before in some of these, you know, for the folks who are listening to this, you really want to find what is going to be your message and what is going to be your focus. You know, as we discuss the different parts of you know, Jeunesse, you know, the Get To and Yours is Free, I think that's a great simple message. You know, the Become Sapphire, you know, and then having a plan for you to help others become Sapphire. I think the simplicity of a lot of the stuff is wonderful. And you're right. If you can help, if you can get to, if you can help the others who they get there too, then yours are going to be free forever because theirs are. And I think that would be some of the key, is just that you've got a system in place that's going to help make that happen for you, and then eventually you could also show others how they can do the exact same thing and just keep that ongoing simple, easy duplication that doesn't require people to do a bunch of work, a bunch of calls, a bunch of homes. You know, it's very simple, very automated, and all done for them while they go about their day.
I like that. I like that. So you would never quit your auto ship if someone was giving it to you for free. But how about this question? If you were on the distributor side and you got a new customer and all you had to do was help them get two people, and not only would you get paid off of those two people that they brought in, but that means that that person would never stop getting their auto ship for free, but you're still getting a paid commission on that. Would you help that person get two people so that theirs is free?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
It'd
okay.
be good business.
It'd be great business, especially if you got paid off of all three of them. So I feel like something here on the internet leverages that ability, because if we took a traditional marketing style, like let's say we did a home party, okay, and let's say you live in a small town in Alabama, okay, maybe 15,000 residents, and you're also 30 miles away from all major cities. You're in the middle of nowhere. That doesn't sound necessarily like Alabama, more like Nevada, but something along those lines. Maybe you're in North Dakota, for all we know. It's going to be hard to help that person find two people and then help those two people both find two people, and get theirs for free and keep that line. But, Jeff, you could leverage the internet, which Jeunesse is not doing yet. Do you think it'd be hard to help that person find two people if you could, say, do simultaneous marketing to all 50 states and all 50 countries or more that Jeunesse is doing global business with?
Oh, absolutely. And you know, and BJ, and here's the thing, you know, we've both been down the road on some of these things enough that, you know, the idea that you're going to find just two and then that'll solve everything forever isn't realistic. You know, if you really want to have your business be thriving, you're going to need more than two. You know, you're going to want to have 6 or 8, just so you make sure you've always got the two. And you're going to want to have a system that is going to create enough regular activity being done, ideally daily, that's going to shoot out enough people so you never have to worry about paying for yours or for others paying for theirs. And that's what having the access to the social media tools, Twitter, Facebook, you know, that's what would allow somebody who's sitting in the middle of, you know, I sit in the middle of small town Iowa right now. it's literally 30 minutes to a major city. You know, so I mean, it would be very easy for someone like sitting where I'm sitting to reach the entire country, or like you just mentioned, the entire world. And it doesn't matter if you're sitting in the middle of Kansas City or New York or LA or in the middle of small town Iowa. You could still reach out to as big a market as there is and have all the reach you want.
That's exactly right. And now that you guys understand, now that you see that that is possible for you, we're not going to just cut this webinar. We're going to show you how to do it right now. We're going to actually reveal the curtain for you in case you want to just take this exact blueprint and go do this and build a business with it. Because, like I said, I'm not in Jeunesse. Jeff, you're not in Jeunesse, right?
Nope.
Okay, so we're going to help you guys build your Jeunesse business right here. So take it and run with it. Guys, check into the Facebook search bar, and I typed in just skincare. Not weight loss, not health and wellness, not facial care, not health and beauty, not any of those keywords that would also do the same exact thing. So think about multiple marketplaces, but just the words skincare. And look what happened. I went and I clicked the groups tab, and this is a group full of 5,000 people that are interested in skincare. This is a group full of 600 people, 2,400 people, 100 people, 86 people, 20,000 people, 4,400 people. It goes on and on. 8,800 people. Guys, all you have to do is click the join button, and you will be requested to join this group. And as soon as someone in the group approves your request, you're going to be able to post in that group and interact with the people that are in that group. And guys, there are two very important notes I want you to take from this page right here. Number one, you can go get into target market niches for whatever you're selling by finding the Facebook search term for it and then joining these groups. But the second thing that it does is it'll show you what kind of friends you already have on your Facebook that are interested in that type of stuff because they're in the group. So in this one, I see I have 15 people who are actually interested in skincare. And then down here, I saw another one. I have 4 people who are interested in skincare. So those are people that are actually on your Facebook right now that are warm market prospects for whatever you're selling if you find them in these Facebook groups. Guys, and you can do the same thing with Facebook fan pages. If you click the more button, except Facebook fan pages, they don't even make you wait to get requested or to get approved by your request. All you have to do is click the like button, as this is kind of taking forever. It'll be here in a second. But all you have to do is click the like button on any of these pages that would post right on them right away. As you can see, all the major skincare brands are showing up here. You know, you got Nivea, which got 15 million likes. You got Nerium, which has 109, which Jeff and I were actually talking about earlier, feeling like Jeunesse is a little bit going in the direction that Avon was going in, and it has 10 million likes. You know, you have Cetaphil, it has 81,000 likes. You have LA Rocher, and it has 1.7 million likes. So you have a lot of these places that you can find a lot of your target audience, and just like the Facebook groups, it also tells you, hey, you know, 41 of or 40 exactly of my friends are into this niche because they like this Facebook page. 77 of my friends are into this niche because they like this Facebook page, and you can target those people. 6 of my friends are into this niche because they like this Facebook page, and you can kind of target those people. Guys, you can have a simple conversation with them, and like Jeff said, with either experiencing and sharing results from people who are already getting results from this line, or from creating your own custom video where you give your own results and you give your own testimonial and then you talk about the product. You can have them go from a Facebook conversation right to a video that explains how your product or service is going to solve the problem that they have, or is exactly what they are looking for, and then you can have them buy right then and there on your buy. So guys, that's how Sim take over Facebook. And here's the coolest thing. I know I went back to my face. I'm going to pass here for a second because Jeff's got some exciting stuff on Twitter as well. But guys, here's the exciting thing. There's a culture on Facebook already present where people are looking to connect with like-minded people. They're looking to talk about things that they're both mutually interested in, and then they're looking to help each other or build rapport with each other and trust each other and take chances with each other. So here's what's up with that. In those groups, don't just go slamming your offer and spamming in there, okay? I'm going to talk to you as this is day one for you on the internet, because as I could see, it looks like for most of you watching this video, it will be day one for you on the internet for promoting Jeunesse. You don't just go into those groups and spam, hit them with your offer. You go in there and you ask for connection. You go in there and you say, hey, if you're interested in skincare and learning a process that's going to keep you instantly ageless, or learning a process that's helped these 100 people lose weight, or help this person change their skin forever, then send me a friend request. I'd love to talk to you more about what you're using and what I use in the process that'll help you achieve that goal. Same thing with the weight loss side. Hey, if you're looking for 100, look at these 100 people who did blah, blah, blah. If you're looking for a solution that's going to help you lose weight like it's helping others, send me a friend request. I'd love to connect with you and hear what you're doing right now in your weight loss journey. So you can do something like that, and you can start generating friend requests right there, right there, right there. And you know, if you're in Cedric Harris's team, a little starred side note here, your conversion rates will be even higher, because I know he teaches a culture where you capture their phone number from a Facebook conversation, or you capture their phone number from generating a lead, and you call them up and you have a three-way talk for them for the community, or for the joining the business opportunity side. We're going to talk about how you can find BizOp leads on autopilot for your three-way phone conversations if you're in Cedric Harris's team, or if you're in a team that believes maybe the whole entire culture of Jeunesse is pick up the phone and do three-way calls. We're going to show you how to do that as well, using Facebook group posting and using some little secrets like that when we talk about how to put these responsibilities on autopilot for you. But Jeff, what's Twitter looking like for Jeunesse?
Oh, you know, I've had it pulled up on my iPad here as we've been talking, and as you go through and you do the searches of, you know, how do I get rid of wrinkles? How do I, you know, under eye circles, crow's feet, you know, lose weight? The amount of activity of people having conversations about that on Twitter, it's endless. And again, it would be it's no different than just being able to put your message in front of a very large group of people who are specifically asking questions. You know, I just typed in, you know, how do I get rid of dark circles under my eyes? And geez, there's dozens that have come up. You know, you start poking and hunting around on there, anywhere in those areas that Jeunesse specializes in. You know, the looking younger, feeling younger, losing weight, all those things. There is going to be endless amounts of activity and contacts that can be made with Twitter.
And you know why I love Twitter for real-world products or services like that? It's so impactful, because everything that I just talked about, the culture on Facebook, I talked a lot about building that bridge, building some rapport, getting to shake some hands and kiss some babies and get some star power, you know, get some friendliness built before you ever for the sale. And the reason why is because Facebook is kind of like throwing a net into the water, if we talk about fishing, okay? And with that, you're going to pull in a lot of, just in general, your target audience, but not exactly who your message fits to the T, because they're asking about it. They're in general they're in general in your niche because they're into health and wellness. They're into skincare. They're into weight loss. They're into beauty. They're into Nivea. They're into Avon. They're into something like that. But that does not mean that they're sitting there and saying, hey, I need to lose weight, and I hear you have a weight loss product. Hey, I need to get rid of these crow's feet under my eyes, and I hear you have an instantly ageless 2-minute miracle product that gets rid of them. Hey, I need to get rid of these pimples on my skin or the dry skin in my arms, and I hear you have a full skincare line that takes care of all of that and turns my beauty or my skin beautiful and vibrant and radiant. But on Twitter, that's the case, isn't it? You can go there and you can type in its Twitter search bar. And actually, I'm just going to make this, I'm just going to use one example here because the first one that comes to my mind and I always like to talk about is the need to lose weight one. Guys, if I typed in lose weight minutes ago, there's someone that said it 24 minutes ago, and that's off the phrase I need to lose weight. And that's just one keyword, guys. Look how many tweets are.
BJ, we've got the picture of you in purple. We did not get your screen.
Okay, hold on. Let me go back to me for a second. And then. All right, tell me if you can see it.
Yep, there's Twitter
now. Okay, there's cool, guys. I just went up here to the Twitter search and I typed in I need to lose weight, and let's throw some parentheses around it so you get just the phrase, because this is kind of something where you can find Lauren who said I need to lose more weight, I'm so fat, without putting the parentheses on it and just getting the exact search. Or my buddy Mr. Gray who said I need to lose the weight I've put on. Guys, as you get started, see, I've kind of already done some research in this niche, but as you get started and you're just kind of throwing darts at the dartboard, if you don't already have a mapped out plan by someone who's mapped it out properly for you, you want to use as general terms as possible. Like Jeff just said, lose weight, crow's feet, skin care, things like that, to see what people are saying and take. I know that I can now take I am fat, I am so fat, hate myself. Why? Because they might be too fat. I can take I need to lose the weight. Maybe they've put on some weight. I can take I've put on weight, because that's another thing. Someone's talking about, I can take I need to lose some weight. I don't have to take just this keyword. There's lots of different keywords, but look how many tweets as we do a general search. We're not even within the very first hour, and I can see over 40 tweets, guys. And that's just within the first hour of this day. Guys, if we keep scrolling, I'll let you know when we get to hour 2, because I know the little hour marks are kind of small. We're at 2 hours right now down here. That's at least 100 tweets within the last hour, guys, of just this keyword. So, Jeff, let me ask you a question. If you were able to tap into a list of people that were generating, I don't know, 100 targeted leads for the product that you're selling every single hour, and you were able to send a direct message to each one of them at the click of a button, copy and paste, and you were able to send them a, for instance, video, product or service, and instantly connect it to them, let them see it, and let them know that you have the solution to the problem that they're verbally tweeting about having, do you think that that would increase your business, the volume of your business?
Oh, without a doubt. And BJ, truly, the only thing that would keep you from doing is if you just didn't follow through and complete the tasks. You know, the number of people who are out there looking for help, directly saying, I want to lose weight, I want smooth skin. You know, those people are, the volumes of those people out there are astronomical, and the only thing that would keep you from not realizing that as a huge influx to your Jeunesse business would just be by not doing the work. That would be the only thing. and that would be the key component. You just got to figure out how you're going to continue to get the work done.
So, you know what's the craziest thing, Jeff? We just mapped out a very, very simple plan. Like, there was no super complexity to that. And I feel like that's a plan that could possibly, with just 100 leads an hour, even if you were getting 1 out of 20, let's say 1 out of 30, so that's 3 sales an hour. I think that that would completely change anyone that's in the companies, no matter who the #1 distributor in the entire company is. They could average 1 out of 3, you know, they could average 3 sales an hour if they really put this process to work. And I don't see a single person doing it. I don't see a single person close to having this process in place or even touching it.
Yeah, same here. And I guess that's why, as we were looking through this, you know, our initial reaction was a little bit of frustration, just because we couldn't find what we were looking for and we were wanting to get started. Then it kind of quickly turned to, holy cow, that there is nobody doing this with Jeunesse. And that was where we got kind of really fired up about it, thinking, man, this is going to be amazing for the first 3 or 4 dozen people who really jump on this thing and get going. You know, if I'm not into bold predictions, because I don't like doing that stuff, and I don't want people to get unrealistic expectations. But I'll tell you what, if somebody gets a hold of this thing and they run this system for 90 to 120 days, they will look back on their business and they won't even recognize it, because it will have grown to be so big. This is hugely untapped market, and this is a tremendous company to do this with. I mean, they've got quality products. Their products, when you look online, the reviews and the, you know, before and after photos and the before and after video, I mean, they all really do stand up and provide what they say they do. And so if you know, you start introducing this thing around on social media, holy cow, how fast your business could grow would be almost alarming.
I completely agree. Now, in my head, these are 2 very no-brainer questions, but I gotta ask you them, Jeff, just because they might just be a no-brainer to me, and they might be crazy. But if we could introduce, we already kind of mapped out a process that's a completely open target market that no one's tapping into. If we could introduce the exact done-for-you formula that we just took them through, and we could put the generating of the leads and the closing of the sales on autopilot, do you think that's a formula that is worth sharing? Do you think that's a formula that we would give to a Jeunesse rep? Do you think that's something that they would be interested in hearing?
Oh, absolutely. And okay, especially when you start talking about a system that would put them ahead of probably the rest of the company also, just because it's stuff that's just not being done right now, at least that we can find anywhere.
I like that. And then the second question, this is kind of a no-brainer for me as well, but I got to ask it because it might sound crazy, but if you were in any MLM in the entire industry, okay, any business opportunity in the entire industry, and you heard a story of someone who has been consistently making anywhere from 3 sales an hour, which we believe Twitter might be capable of with just the I need weight loss niche alone, to 3 sales a day in the entire day for the last, I don't know, say 30, 60, or 90 days, would you sit down and watch a webinar that they would be hosting and they would be talking about where they explained the formula?
Oh, absolutely.
That hour or 2 hours of your attention?
Oh, absolutely. You know, when you look at the statistics for most people who have got a home-based business, okay, and a lot of the home-based businesses are built around direct sales or multi-level marketing companies. Most of those reps are not generating 3 sales a day, you know, and if there was a system that you could show and you could help them get started and get plugged into and teach with a webinar, I can't imagine that not about every rep wouldn't want to be on that thing to learn. And BJ, like we said, you know, for so many folks, if when they start into a home business, there's a vision of what they want their business to be like. And usually that's a vision that they absorb from somebody else they see that's already in the business. And a lot of times that vision that they end up absorbing may not be realistic for them, given the fact that the person who's already been in it may come in with 15, 20 years of experience ahead of them, and they're sitting there looking at their lifestyle and their business and thinking, boy, that's what I want. They sign up, they get ready to get started, they walk out the door, and they have no idea what to do or how to do it. They're wanting to be like the person they saw that has the multi-years of experience, but they have no idea how to get there. And they don't have a proven blueprint. They don't have the skills and the tools and the resources to really help get them there. And I think that's where so much of the MLM and direct selling frustration comes from for so many people, because there is a vision. They do see that it can happen, but they just don't have a way to get there. And I guess that's where, when you mention that webinar and you mention that blueprint, you mention the tools and the services that could basically be the way to get there, I would think about every Jeunesse rep would want to be on that and would certainly want to learn how they could get there. You know, if they build a business where they're having three product sales a day, 5 days a week, so there's 15 products being sold, and if they had 2 or 3 new reps every week signing up, you're selling 15 units of product. So you're selling 15 units of your product, and you're getting, say, 2 new reps a week. So 60 units a month and 8 new reps every single month. Then you'd be silly not to give basically that same system to the 8 new reps who just came in under you, and have them doing the same thing under you for the effort of that duplication. And I don't think that's unrealistic, those numbers, given the tools with Facebook and with Twitter, as long as it was being done every single day, day in and day out.
I like that. I like it. Now, that piques my interest, and now I have one more question for you, Jeff. If you had a process like that could generate you 3 new reps, or 2 new reps a week, and 3 new customers a day for your lines of products, and you said it was something that you could pass on to your reps, would you pass that on to your reps if, say, you also got an additional stream of income, say $50 a month off of every single person that you introduced that process to?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you know, that would, in all honesty, that would just be kind of a bonus kicker, because not only do you have an extra stream of income, but to me, equally more important, you've got people under you who are now fully active, engaged, and doing their business. You know, so many folks, when they come into an MLM, they bring people in, and most don't do anything. Or they come in and they look at you expecting you to do everything for them. With a program like, you know, we're talking about here, where it's done for them and you make some extra money, even better.
I like that. I like that. But what if that was reality? Because, Jeff, what we actually are offering is reality for them, right? Because what we have here is we mapped out a blueprint for any of you out there that are in Jeunesse and you want to crush it, okay? And you want to come in and you want to be a pioneer of the internet. But what we're offering you is a done-for-you system where everything that we just talked about is put on the autopilot for you by our social media outsourcing service. That's right, a social media outsourcer who's been trained in our social media lead generation and sales closing techniques, and who has watched this exact presentation and who's taking this exact blueprint and putting it into business for you Monday through Friday, who is trained in going into Facebook groups and posting, who is trained in generating friend requests, building your warm market on Facebook, who is trained in having a conversation with each one of those prospects that send you a friend request, who is trained in sending them each a video that sends them to check out the product or service that you're offering with Jeunesse and closing you sales on Facebook, and who is trained in sending out tweets to every single person who is tweeting about having the problem that your product or service using Jeunesse is solving, and they are trained in sending that out to each and every single person who is tweeting about having that problem or service, can be done for you. We actually created that process. We have outsourcing services for you, and what's absolutely going to blow your mind is that's where most people would stop. We would tell you it's $375 up front and it's $250 a month, and that's a perfect service. That's something that you would take with and you would run, especially with a product and a company like they, where you could be the first, or you could be the first dozen, or you could be the first 4 dozen or 10 dozen that take this opportunity and absolutely crush the hundreds of leads that are coming in every single hour on Twitter, and the thousands of people that are in Facebook groups raising their hands and saying, hey, taking care of my body is something I have a passion about. Can you show me a better way to do it? But no one's there. And that would be the end. You would take our service and you'd be the happiest. And the truth is, you would tell your friends about it. You would tell other Jeunesse reps about it when you're speaking on stages, or when you're just having your 3-way calls, or when you're all talking about what's going on in your business. And you would actually generate us a lot more business. And that's how most companies work. But see, we have a different philosophy. We believe that there's some wiggle room in that product price range. So what we're doing is we're making an affiliate commission for you doing the hard work. Just like Jeunesse is a company that rewards people who bring back customers to it, they get theirs for free. You're actually going to make, off of every single person who pays that $375, you're going to make $100, and off of every person who pays the $250 a month, you're going to make $50 per month per sale. And here's the coolest thing. Remember how we asked earlier, Jeff, if you would sit down and you would listen to someone who was telling a story about the results that they were getting every day if they hosted a free webinar?
Yep.
Okay, just like that, on the internet, there are hundreds of thousands of people who are trying to figure out how to generate one new lead a day, one new sale a day, one new sale a week, one new sale a month, shoot, some one new sale a quarter, or one new sale a year, because that would change their business, that would change their life. So they're going to sit down and want to know what you're doing, and every time you tell your story of the results you're getting, or even better, your outsourcer who's running your social media responsibilities tells the story of what's going on in your business for you to one of those reps, and they raise their hand and go, hey, I'd actually like to try that social media outsourcing stuff, you're going to earn a $100 upfront commission, and you're going to earn a $50 per month per sale commission from your outsourcer introducing the service that they're running for you to your warm market and to prospects that are checking out what you're doing with Jeunesse, because they're seeing that you're generating new leads every single day. They're seeing that you're generating new sales every single day, and they're seeing that all of that is happening for you while you're sipping margaritas on a beach somewhere, because a social media outsourcer is running your business for you Monday through Friday and handling all the responsibilities for you, so you can sit back and kind of be the CEO of your company. Jeff, I think we have a hit here.
Oh, I absolutely. And you know, and the part you just hit there, BJ, that I think is so critical for folks, and the fact that this is all done for you. And you know, for so many reps and for so many home business owners, the issue gets to be just time. Having the time to do the stuff necessary to make a business successful. And for so many folks, they legitimately just don't have the time, with family demands and career demands and stuff demands and life demands. And that's where I think what's so unique about this service is that it literally it's done for you every day. And that's the part where you talk to folks who have been really successful, especially in the network marketing industry. You know, one of the themes you will hear is basically the daily activity. Every single day they did this. They made this many calls, or this many contacts, or this and this and this. And it was and this is a word that I like this word, but a lot of people, it kind of makes them cringe, but it's that daily grind. And it's the daily grind of doing marketing activities, ideally, you know, profitable, successful marketing activities, but it's that daily grind of doing it for 60 days, 90 days, you know, 180 days. You know, it's one of the things we've talked about through this series. I think for people to be realistic with any business, you really need to have a 3 to 6 month timeline that you're focusing on. Too many people want to see something done by this time next Monday. Well, that's just not realistic. Don't stop being silly. And if people will commit to a, minimum 3 months, ideally 6 month plan where they're building their social media activity and they're building their social media presence and their social media impact, it'd be no different than like the old style email list. You're building a list of people on Facebook and on Twitter who are connecting with you, who have a common interest, and if you're doing a good job of being that social media CEO and providing good content and providing good connection and really being a person who's bringing value to that group, you're going to build a tremendous asset in that group, not to mention what you've done with your Jeunesse or what you've done with the social media outsourcing. You're going to have another asset in that group that you'll be able to have some significant impact with. You mentioned your friend Cedric Harris, who has been very, very, very successful and is a person that, we all should look up to. But, a lot of how he's done that is by leveraging that relationship that he has with his group and by being a valued person and someone that people look up to and follow and are willing to, follow his lead. Well, you can develop that same presence with your social media. And I think that's something that in all this, that's something not to forget. You want to keep that in mind, because not only are you doing the daily activity, the daily grind is being done for you. You're seeing sales and you're seeing results, almost immediately, but you're also building that presence and that impact. And that's something that, like I've said before, I really think folks should look at that over a 6 month time frame so that they're committed to a 6 month plan to really establish that large impact. And because it's going to be a huge asset someday.
That's completely true, and that's even better, and that's even more pointing out is when you talk about Cedric Harris, he's a good friend of mine and someone that we all should look up to. Another great marketer comes to mind when you use that term, someone we should all look up to, and his name is Gary Vaynerchuk. And he released a book called Jab, 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 Right Hook. And what's really funny about that, not the fact that it goes towards boxing and it's the exact way to really win in a boxing match, but what he actually said is his publishing team would not let him release what he wanted the book to be called. What he wanted the book to be called was jab, 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 15 jabs, right hook. Because that's how much time and effort you should put into serving and building your warm market before you should ever ask for the sale. And that's what truly knocks out the competition and gives you, I teach the snowball effect. So sometimes we differ. I still look up to Gary Vaynerchuk, and I believe that what he teaches is great stuff for building a very successful 7- and 8-figure company. But I believe if you're just getting started on the internet and you want to get to 4 figures, 5 figures, 6 figures, take whatever results you're doing and roll them. But what Gary does is he gives and gives and gives and teaches and teaches and teaches, and instead of asking for the sale every single time you share your new results and giving an opportunity for someone to join your team at that exact moment, which is what I teach, Gary waits and waits and waits until there's 500, 600, 1,000 people that have been following him and are loyal to and are connecting with him in his warm market, and then he goes, hey, everybody out there, boom, huge right hook. He says, buy my product, join my team, use my publishing service, buy my book. He sells so many books. But buy my book, buy my publishing experience, come to No Excuses Forward because I'm the keynote speaker there. And what he does is he crushes huge clients, and that's exactly what we're offering you here. Is we're a chance to build up your warm market and keep jabbing, keep offering new exposures to your product and service, and keep building that warm market over time, because that's your new legacy, that's your new true value. My mentor has a list, just like Jeff was talking about, and in the old school, the beginning of the internet marketing days, that was your most valuable asset, was how big of an email list you have. Now I believe that we're transferring over to a day and age where it's how much of a following do you have on social media and how much of a presence do you have in the social media realms. You know, Google itself is even to the point where it's changing its algorithm system to where a ranking off of a good YouTube video getting a lot of views, or off of a Facebook post getting a lot of views, or off of a blog post being shared in social media often ranks higher than proper keyword research and proper keyword tweaking and having density in your keywords now, because that's the wave of the future, guys. So what we're offering and what we're talking about is a area of marketplace where you can come in and be the first with Jeunesse and really crush it, but also where you're building a following to where you have a loyal following and where you can forever stay inside your niche and be a powerhouse because your warm market is great. And guys, that's even more valuable than what it potentially could do up front for you for Jeunesse, I would say. Do you agree, Jeff?
Oh, absolutely. And that really would get to be building that, you know, for lack of a better term, list, and building that relationship and that impact with that list. That truly is what would give a person kind of that freedom to do whatever they want whenever they want, you know, without financial worry, because you're going to have access to a group of people that you can go in and impact their life at a given moment and probably get paid pretty well for it. You know, if you had a group of 10,000 people who are following you on Facebook who all had said that they want to lose weight, if you sent out a simple survey with 5 or 6 questions on things that they're looking for, and that survey comes back and there's 2,000 people who are specifically requesting something, and it could be a workout thing, it could be a nutrition, it could be information, it could be something. But if you saw that in that feedback, it wouldn't take a lot for a person to either generate that product or find that product to sell to that group. And there, like you said, it's that jab, 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 knockout punch with a very large product launch or product affiliation or JV thing. You know, there'd be something that, you know, like we've said before, for folks who want to do the social media product here, you know, part of what we're going to offer is going to be a bonus social media outsourcing CEO training, and teaching people how to build that relationship, how to, you know, jab well, and how to throw a lot of good jabs, and then eventually have that great knockout punch. And that asset alone in 6 months would probably be enough to really, really provide a heck of a great living for people, not even including the great things that they could be doing with Jeunesse.
Exactly. And guys, that series is absolutely free, but the social media outsourcing is not. But it is a great potential part for you to do. So here's my option to you. Obviously, we're not throwing social media outsourcing on you. We're not forcing you to take advantage of this new way of marketing. If you want to stick with your home parties and two-way calls, and that's crushing it, go right ahead. If you want to turn a blind eye to having both sides of the field being crushed by not taking advantage of social media marketing, go right ahead. But here's what we're offering. We're offering you the chance to just take the blueprint we gave you and go do all the work yourself. You obviously, we didn't put a price tag on this. This is not a $9.97 webinar, although I feel like we gave away $1,000 worth of value or more on this webinar training. We didn't price it anywhere. We gave it to you because if you want to roll up your sleeves, which is a good intention for me because I don't have any sleeves on, if you want to roll up your sleeves and go do the work every single day and, like Jeff said, be a part of the daily grind, go right ahead. But if you want a CEO kind of lifestyle, if you want the position of a business owner, since you are a business owner in your primary business opportunity and you want to live like that and work like that, then let me be the first to encourage you to spend $375 with us up front right now. Get your outsourcer set up and working for you, and then go ahead and let them handle the lead generation and the sales closing responsibilities in your business for you, and you get our free marketing system as a part of it, as a bonus for it. So you get the done for you marketing system that can be hooked up to your Aweber or GetResponse or autoresponder provider if you don't have one. we'll send you an email, or we'll get you hooked up so you can get your autoresponder provider, and we can help you with all that stuff as well. But you have your full marketing system set up on the internet for you, and it'll be set up to where you have the social media outsourcer generating you the leads and closing the sales for you in social media every single day, Monday through Friday, in your business for you on autopilot. So guys, that's like $10 a day to build your business on autopilot. Like that's incredible to me, Jeff. I always talk about, I always talk about how excited I get when you say that, because you give great examples of, $10 a day, you spend that out, you go spend that somewhere out when you take the kids out to McDonald's or something like that, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and again, when you really stop and think about, if you're going to build your business, you're going to have to market it in some way, shape, or form. If you're doing the home party things, you're mailing out postcards. If you're doing direct mail, if you're doing buying clicks, you're going to be looking at doing some kind of marketing. And this service is literally done for you every single day. It's not just a one and done thing. And for $250, I really can't think of something that's more reasonably priced. And I guess if a person doesn't see the value of that, if a person doesn't understand really kind of where we're at with regards to what people are doing for their shopping, for their information, how they're getting their news, they're finding their solutions on Facebook, on Twitter, on social media. They're doing a lot of their shopping online. If you don't really understand that's kind of where the way the world is going, then this service probably isn't for you. But if you are a person who understands kind of where it's going, if you do understand that if you want a business to be successful, you're going to have to market it. And this is a way to have it marketed for you with a proven blueprint and with professionals doing it for you. And it's only $250 a month, $10 a day. Like I've said in the other videos, it's like lunch at Qdoba. I mean, it really isn't. It really isn't. I mean, it's a tremendous value. So I guess if they don't see the value, and if you really can't do much more than just really tell the facts, every single day, someone working away on your business, generating leads, closing sales, building your social media presence. If you put a good plan together to really go hard, working, have this work hard for you for 6 months, like I said, you'll look back and you won't even recognize your business. It will be so much bigger and it will have exploded.
Exactly. So guys, Jeff, first, thank you for being on this webinar with me.
Oh, you're very welcome, BJ. I love it.
Excellent. And for all of you guys out there who took the time to watch this webinar, thank you for being on it with us. We hope you took some amazing value from it. Like we said, feel free to roll up your sleeves and go build this out yourself. If you just want to take the value and go run, we hope that together we all win. That's our motto anyway. So we hope that this training gave you tremendous value. If you're making a smart business decision and you want kind of the CEO position and a business in a box done for you kit, then go ahead and click the link below. You're going to get a free bonus from us of our marketing system that generates leads and sales for the Jeunesse products, as well as you're going to get your first month for your social media outsourcer, who's going to generate leads and close sales for you and build your warm market in social media every single day, Monday through Friday, to put your business on autopilot and truly give you the CEO kind of lifestyle, as well as we'll also go out and find other people to join social media outsourcing and get you a cool $100 commission up front and $50 per month for every single person who uses. So guys, I appreciate you checking out this video. Click the link below. We'll see you on the next video. We'll see you on the rest of the series, and as always, we'll see you at the bank. Take care.